Yes, Quadeer MC Spice Shakur, and I'm the Minister of Information for the Universal Zulu Nation. I'm also the founder of Shakir Multimedia. It's an international promotions, marketing, and management company. We also do songwriting, production, and of course I produce for a few artists, including the world famous Hollywood star Mark Wahlberg. But I'm also a new world media assassin. If you attack hip hop, I attack you. That's the way it goes. To end it all, I am hip hop.
Talk to us some more about that. I'm actually kind of interested in hearing more about that. If you attack hip hop, we attack you. That's deep right there. That sounds like something I'd like to get myself involved in. Talk to us some more about that, bro.
Well, what it is it's the Universal Zulu Nation. We've been here for 40 years. We'll be celebrating this November 6th through the 10th. Funk Flex just joined on, so he'll be DJing on the 8th. However, we already have an organization that's was founded only to promote hip hop culture, which incorporates 5 physical elements. Those elements being breakdancing, graffiti, emceeing and DJing, and of course knowledge. Those 5 physical elements are actually promoted only to promote the 4 spiritual principles of hip hop, which is peace, unity, love, and having fun. If it does not evoke those principles, then it does not represent hip hop. And it's high time a whole lot of radio artists, musicians, and DJs know that, because I think they probably figured that 40 years later, Zulu's probably swept under the rug. But Zulu Nation is basically just like the Jewish Defense, any other Jewish defense organization. We're not here to allow any radio station, any conglomerate to take this culture and overtake the culture, overthrow the culture, rename it and call it something else, because I'm in the business of making sure that doesn't happen. As the Minister of Information. Yes, they can check my blog out at 3stripesmedia.com, and that's stripes like the stripes you wear, like Adidas. They can check out 3stripesmedia.com, or they can just Google me, man, find me just about anywhere, because the last time I had to go at somebody real big this summer was when I had to go after World Star. I was really upset about the way they call themselves hip-hop and doing things that were outside of what the culture actually represents. Now, I don't really mind you saying that they call themselves World Star Rap or World Star whatever, but when you use the term hip hop from now on, I think that you should do something to benefit and to add to the culture. There's so many people who have contributed to the culture in so many different ways, and who are continuing to contribute, even including my sister Queen Latifah. But then there are those who, for $1, they'll get up there and play hip hop the whole culture out. Next thing you know, those same DJs, they end up in a nightclub and can't get in that same nightclub that they turned into a multi-million-dollar a week or a multi-million-dollar a year nightclub, all because they sold hip-hop to the devils.
Do you think World Star Hip Hop is there to kind of portray, especially people in the urban area, especially black folks, in a negative way, as far as bringing out all the negative stereotypes that is out there, to kind of try to paint them in a negative way, so people's hate for them can grow more?
No, I don't think that I don't even think that they're smart enough to know what they're doing. I think it's just like couple of dudes on the block, 2 of them selling bumps and a couple of other ones selling the real pure white. Bottom line is, you're going to be a part of a conspiracy without knowing. That's what a conspiracy is. When you're doing without knowing, when you're actually involved in a whole mess without knowing that you're a part of that particular mess. What they're doing is they're thinking, okay, this is hip hop. The hoes, the honeys, the clubs, Cristal, the flossing, the nigger crap. They think that's what hip hop culture is, and it's because he was bred on it, and he listened to it on so many different radio stations, including 90% of the Clear Channel radio stations that call themselves hip hop nowadays. So he probably grew up assuming, you know what? It's okay to be this, it's okay to be that, and call it hip hop culture. He needs to be very careful, because none of those radio stations that call themselves hip-hop is really hip-hop. Because I ain't seen no radio station come out of pocket to do anything for the Zulu Nation's 40th anniversary. 40th anniversary of a culture they so-called say they're a part of. And the thing about it is, him and a whole lot of others are pocketing at the expense of people who want to promote a real culture. You can load up for free. You can load up a video with two women fighting and call it World Star, but Method Man would have to send $5,000 in order to get his video loaded up, which is a legitimate video that promotes music that is a part of the culture. So, yes, it is a part of the degradation of the culture, and I think at one point it was unknowing. Now, after the open letter that I wrote him, now that you know, then it's called hypocrisy, because now he knows the difference. Now, World Star is just one of them. The next open letter went to Clear Channel, and that one conglomerate is just one of them. Now, what's going to happen next is there'll be a domino effect. So it won't just be Clear Channel per se, but it's going to have to be Clear Channel radio operatives and stations that call themselves hip-hop culture or hip-hop all the way down the line, starting from Clear Channel Canada, if they got it, all the way to Clear Channel Korea. Whoever calls themselves hip-hop and is not representing the culture is going to be called out. They're going to be official letters sent to them one by one. And we will also reference the letter that we sent to Lee Oh You're Not over at World Star Hip Hop. You know what I mean? Because bottom line is, the niggerish stuff has got to go.
Last year on Facebook, one of our Bay Area hip-hop legends out here in the Bay Area named Huey MC, shout out to Huey MC, he released a letter, a documentation on his Facebook page. I think you know about the document. It had to do with, it was in regards to gangsta rap and how they're going to use, or, what the media calls gangsta rap as a way to go ahead and, the letter goes, they had a meeting out there in L.A., long story short.
Oh, you mean the pipeline to prison?
Yes, exactly. Talk to us about that, brother.
Okay, I don't know too much truth about the so-called meeting, but I can say this. I did ask the question, who is the person that was at the meeting and why are they afraid to say who they are? Because I ain't scared of nobody. I don't give a damn. If I call you out, homie, I'll call you out to your face, because that's the way it goes. Like, when it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. So with that being said, I asked that question because there were some truths to it, but I think that the real truths go, maybe some part was probably written maybe salaciously for some odd reason, I don't know. But the truths to it exist in what I said earlier when I said that the conspiracy of it all that's played into this whole thing. Gangsta rap was definitely not made to be a pipeline to prison, but I think hip-hop radio is made to induce youth, the youth who have no mind and no thoughts for themselves, into being and acting a certain way. When you're playing songs on the radio about Molly, let's be very, very clear here. How are you going to get Molly if you're 14 without a job? You got to rob somebody or sell something. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then once you're 15 and caught with the Molly, and you got a felony record, you ain't getting no jobs. So how you gonna get your Molly now? You gotta rob somebody or sell something. That's your pipeline to prison. Now, when Ice Cube NWA came out with F the Police, that wasn't no pipeline to prison. That was a wake up call to black people to be like, look, man, way before Rodney King, look, man, we ain't having this. We're gonna overthrow these cats if they come at us when we ain't guilty of nothing. That was a totally different ball game. And knowing that the LA and the West has always been about the Western culture of the gun and protecting their right to their Second Amendment rights, nobody has an issue with that. The issue was, how do we lead the gang members out of where they are? How do we let them know that where they are is because of a design that was set up to keep them where they are? Because every Crip and every Blood knows that they were all once Black Panthers. Bottom line. And the whole thing is, as long as we can keep you divided, then you can't come overthrow us. Because at any given moment, if the Crips and Bloods became one gang, then the cops got to deal with that one gang. But as long as there's a million sets of Crips a million sets of blood, there's going to be no issue with 5-0. Can you imagine what would happen if everybody in LA who was a Blood and a Crip was just like Christopher Dorner with that same attitude?
Oh,
we
man.
were almost there. And we were almost there when NWA was doing what they were doing. We were almost there because Ice-T jumped on the same thing.
Right.
That kind of gangster rap made a lot of sense. And you can't shun gangster rap because, you know, as long as you got gangsters, you got a bunch of brothers who got guns and ain't scared to use them. Bottom line is, we just got to know when and where to use them.
Damn.
And we got to make sure that we find ways to keep them. So our guns are always ours as a part of our constitutional right. Because as long as they can put some breadcrumbs out there for us to sell this, sell that, do a couple of years here, do a couple of years there, once you're a felon, then you can't rightfully own your firearm. And at any given moment, any crazy cop or any crazy anybody run up on us, any of these crazy terrorists come to town, what's going to happen to all the so-called brothers in the neighborhoods and all the so-called sisters? Where are our soldiers going to be when they have no firearms?
Right,
brothers need to be real careful about that.
Quadeer, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We got a call coming in. Let me just go ahead and grab this call. Let's see who's on the air. You are caller. You're on the air on Hip Hop Elements All City Radio. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, what's going on? My name is JC, man. I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of the brother. What's going on, man? How's everything?
What's up, bro?
I'm working hard like you are, sir. And I just wanted to chime in real quick, let you know, man, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I appreciate, as always, all the hard work that you do, the energy you put out, the love that you show for the community. And, yo, man, we love you. Just want you to know you're not alone in this either. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yo, listen, man. I know JC, me and you go way back to 85, 86, bro, when it all started over there when I came to Boston. So you know what I'm about, bro.
Yes, sir. And you do it, man. You do it. If I was in Boston, if I was back home, man, I'd be marching right with you. You know it. But I'm here on this side doing the same thing and representing and keeping the thing alive, man.
There was a lot of good information spoken on here. Very insightful, brother, the homie Quadeer Shakur. Again, thank you very much for joining us here, bruh. And before we let you go, you want to go ahead and, go ahead and give us any final shouts out or any final words, or, just go ahead and let's go ahead and just wrap everything up and just, any final shouts out or anything like that. Just go ahead and handle it, bruh.
My final shouts go out to you, being actually the first DJ to reach out and say, yo, send me that track, I want to play it for the Preachers of LA. And of course, a shout out goes to Africa Bambaataa, the Amun Ra of hip hop culture, who started the Zulu Nation in 1973 and who began and founded hip hop culture in 1974. Shout out goes to every single member of the Zulu Nation from here to Japan and back. And of course, a special shout out goes to my very, very lovely assistant, my best friend, and my wife, Kashana Cash Shakir, who's actually, the inspiration to a lot of what I've been doing lately, and the person who inspired me to jump up and say, you know what, get back in the booth and kick that truth. So, other than that, I'd just be writing on my blog or something like that. But, I figured I'm going to take this to not only the blog, but to the booth as well. So do look for the double album coming out in January. It's going to actually be out and available on Martin Luther King Day. And I'm going to reveal it right now, but the album is called Hip Hop versus Rap. And I'm going to have hip hop songs on one side, so to speak, 15 songs on one side, 15 songs on the other, hip hop songs and rap songs. So you can hear exactly how I flow on both sides.
But if you don't have power to condemn sin, if you don't have power to correct your own evil, if you don't have power to inspire men and women to change in their life, then Christ is not a power in you.
I ain't trying to judge you, homie. I ain't got a grudge, homie. I'm just keeping it solid, cause the people is tired of the brainwashing, lame talking, BS walk in the pulpit. Ain't the place for your book holder. Pardon my language, excuse my French, but I must come at you. I smell the stench, and I'm speaking for the voiceless. Understand we got choices. You sold your soul to TV, but see we brothers and sisters down in the trenches. Ain't about that. You got some anointing, I don't doubt that. It's about that. Boasting and posted up in your Lambo, live on TV, toting guns like Rambo. Well, look at Sambo, new and improved, with some suckers following. Thieves in the den. May your blessings multiply while I drop these fortified vitals for your mentals over 30 rock instrumentals. They got thieves in the temple, plain and simple. Don't let them put them fraudulent jewels up in your temple. Some pastors of today be on that BS like preachers of LA. They got thieves in the temple, plain and simple. Don't let them put them fraudulent jewels up in your temple. Some pastors of today be on that BS like preachers of LA. They said Diedrich had a baby and his baby mama crazy, so Diedrich live on TV shacking with his new lady. And Pastor Jones said ladies wanna jump his bones in a man cave. Who the man brave enough to speak about these broken souls? You wanna lead the broken souls with broken scriptures, I suppose. I put my hand up, I'm a man up, stand up and spit at these pulpit pimps, circus chimps. Since you wanna open your door to slander, I'm the man to step right in and dish you. At night when wifey kiss you, she know she kissing a fraud. You know you kissing abroad. Now don't be caring what you doing abroad, long as the bread come back. Cause she's steady in the back with you deacon while you overseas freaking. I'm speaking truth to these posers, imposters, frontin'. Quadeer Shakur, aka Mr. Never Scared. They got thieves in the temple, plain and simple. Don't let them put them fraudulent jewels up in your temple. Some pastors of today be on that BS like preachers of LA. They got thieves in the temple, plain and simple. Don't let them put them fraudulent jewels up in your temple. Some pastors of today be on that BS like preachers of LA. They got thieves in the temple, plain and simple. Don't let them put them fraudulent jewels up in your temple. Some pastors of today be on that BS like preachers of LA. They got thieves in the temple, plain and simple. Don't let them put them fraudulent jewels up in your temple. Some pastors of today be on that BS like preachers of LA.
We need the real Jesus in our lives. Listen to me, please. The real Jesus in your life, you'll never be the same again. But if you're the same old Negro with a slave mentality, crying out Jesus, Jesus, then you know the name, but you're not acquainted with the function under that name, because there is no other name under the heavens above that can offer salvation.
It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway, let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway, let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. She tiptoeing around with a clown, drowned in emotion, sex in slow motion, gave her the notion. The clown faking the same, the clown thinking the game don't change, so the clown spit game. She blamed the clown for a downfall. She prego, he Lego. He skied off and skate off, made off, now she laid off. No love lost, gloves off, they fight before the judge. Explain the sticky details the night before the grudge. Took president, now dissident and discontent the resident. Got new takers hesitant, emotional stability prevalent like never before. She pacing the floor, back and forth, she going off. She declared war, now the clown went back in. He understand what he did, wanna be a man to his kid. His kid a man his damn self, no help. And the young man blind, mind shooting blanks. He shooting rival G's, that's how mom get her thanks. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway, let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway, let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. Preacher, please preach a sermon, ain't a why get out there. hit the block. Our sons got guns out there with the rock, like ain't nobody see it coming. Living like Phil Drummond in the ghetto. Moms with Nike stilettos she brought from Harmon, strumming on my banjo, hoping I can change the world with a song. I'm dead wrong, we long gone. Listen, it's pissing me off. And biscuits, we soft, we talking revolution, but I don't see no soldiers out here walking, and it's cold out. Back then, often the bold out. Number the timid and weak, and in any given week you saw Dr. York in New York. Yahweh, been Yahweh, the nation breaking mathematics down daily. Haley brought us our roots to the screen. Look what we do, defecate on it. Our history and past, we hate on it. Ignorant Cabo Verde, talking about the Portuguese, Hindu swearing up and down. They ain't black nigga, please. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway. Let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway. Let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway. Let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill. It's entertainment, the world is thrilled. They wanna know why these black men kill, but they don't care anyway. Let the blood spill. Long as it's black men that black men kill.
Boston, it's me, man. The M to the C to the S to the P to the I to the C to the E, man.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened. I'm from the spot where fly tie died and left us empty, man. Guru pulled the heater, talking about don't pimp me, man. When Bobby Brown said these cats ain't paying, broke out and went for Dolo, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the spot with a Dudley Cafe, serve them sweet potato cheesecakes. Down the block every day you see Jake. I'm from the 02119, told to not 19, case a clown wanna shine. I'm from the home of Antonio and Saldi, where the cats hit playtime for lineups, fades and baldies. But Jess McKee put it down on the 12s, in the era when they banged the original rock the bells. I'm from the spot where Terry T used to shine, man. Junior BK, that's fam, that's mine, man. I'm from the spot where Smoke Boja told ya, Smoke did it, Boston is on, let's get it.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened. I'm from the spot that birthed Ray Benzino, from the era when Made Men was RSO. I'm from the same spot that got Orange Man locked. If you don't know Orange Man Hop, you never heard a man rock. What about? Hold your head, my Walpole and my Concord fam. It's a monster jam. When you touch down, we built this from the ground. It's MC Spice, aka Lover Brown. I'm from the spot my baby mama was born, man. The era where the feds had my testimony sworn, man. Same spot where my DJ Wesley West used to cut records. Rest in peace, God bless. When me and Blueprint schooled them at the yard. BK Tombstone Trailblazers, oh my God. Same home as Shavu, Jake's Barbecue. Boston, it's me, man. Spice, baby, I love you.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened. Listen, man, I got dogs in the pan. The .jp, Roxbury, understand I'm from the home of the hottest throwbacks, where the luck of the Irish mixed with game of the black, where the Orange Line used to have tracks from the era where a tight bomber coat get you jacked. Same spot Will Smith caught the beat down, live on stage, damn right, baby, beat down. Where the ladies get the hottest hair doing Shanique's, in the Swiss Chalet, the spot to creep. I'm from the spot that when Joe's closed, we be hitting Blue Hill to get rub at Simcoe's, where Dominican, Puerto Rican, and Haitian, Jamaican, and Cuban, Black, Cape Verdean all get dirty and home of the bean, rock hard like Plymouth, yo, SpiceRadio.com for sure.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened.
Where did you come from?
Boston, 617, the area code Charleston. Haters out of the state, we stay flossing and wanna be hardcore, get softened.
Where did you come from?
Boston.